production. Please hit the likes and subscribe down below in your right hand corner. Muchly would appreciate that. This and Thank you to my followers, and please tell your friends and family. I would appreciate the support as we've been had this channel on for over 2 years now, and built an integral channel. And we stick to the facts. Don't roll with rumor as much as possible. We kind of wait till the actual fact scenarios fall into place. Yes. So, and if you come across the channel, please subscribe and hit the likes. Muchly appreciate that. All right, we're going to get to it. Tonight was Vancouver coming into Montreal, and we hadn't had much luck against them of late, but tonight was a different story. Montreal ends up pulling this out of the hat, coming back 5-4 in overtime. Great win. This was a good character win. All right, we'll give you the summaries and then we'll discuss it briefly. All right, 1-1 tie is a great goal by Caulfield, assisted by Slavkovsky and Suzuki, and what a feed off the boards. And this is when Slav plays right. This is what he can do. He's a great setup man, but he's got to do that. He's got to win the battles on the board and move his feet and keep his stick down so he can receive plays and keep two hands on his stick. He did end up getting set a little bit towards the end, just putting in Evans on that line a bit like they did the night before. All right, so 1-1 in the first. Of course, Vancouver came back and tied it in the first. Then Vancouver pulls ahead 3-1. 2 goals in the second period. Montreal manages to get a goal and pull within one at the end of the second, with Caden Gooley getting a nice goal, which was well timed. Then they went into the third period, and we added 2 more, and they added 1. Unfortunately, they added that 1 due to a Cole Caulfield penalty. Mind you, Cole scored one of those 2 goals as well, just so you know. But it shows you his penalty was costly, but we got into overtime, and Nick Suzuki buried it with a nice setup. So anyway, final score 5-4. Montembeault got the win. He was not sharp tonight. He was average. I wasn't overly. I felt two to three of those goals, 2 for sure, could have been stopped. I wasn't overly impressed with his game. Wow, he kind of scared me on one of them. He looked like he just absolutely. I thought Caden Primo was in the net with no reaction from his glove or blocker. Wasn't impressed, to tell you the truth. Really, that did not impress me at all. So, really, this was a team win. He was average. He played well enough to win. But the team really pulled this out. This was a team victory. Sorry to say, he was very average. And like I said, I honestly think a couple of those goals easily could have been stopped. I wasn't impressed. Maybe 2 or 3 of them. Anyway, it is what it is. Nick Suzuki gets the winner. Why is this doing that? I'm having problems. Please forgive me on that. But I don't know why my phone system. Okay, so Suzuki gets the winner. Now we'll get into the write-up. Nick Suzuki scores a power play goal. Nice to see another power play goal. At 48 seconds, we had a dumb penalty by the Canucks in overtime, which gave us the 4-on-3. That was nice. And we needed to bury it in that time. Otherwise, that totally turns on you. And we did bury it. Nice to see Nick. And Nick is so good in those situations. And also, he had 2 assists as the Montreal Canadiens beat the Vancouver Canucks Monday night. Lane Hudson had a goal and 2 assists. Hey, he had a great game, Lane Hudson. Great goal he got where he was trying to make the pass, but it just shows you put it on in the net direction, and who knows if it goes in. And that's exactly went off one of the defenseman. And so good on Lane. And then Cole Caulfield had a goal and 2 assists. He had a very strong game as well, other than that penalty. Uh, and then Caden Gooley had a strong game, exceptionally strong, physical. He sent a message early on with he just leveled the guy at center ice. Beautiful hit, and he continued onward, sending the message. A couple of great hits. He was doing it for quite a bit through the night. Good physical presence and good leadership. And Kirby Doc also scored for the Montreal. Sam Montembeault stopped 16 shots. Nothing impressive on his behalf. Sorry to say that. To help the Canadians win for the fifth time in 6 games and in 8 of their last 10. JT Miller, he had one hell of a game for Vancouver. 2 goals and 2 assists. He was phenomenal. He was a massive threat. And Jake DeBrusk had a goal, and so did Lackermacki. I think that's the guy who got hit, belted at the beginning of the game by Gooley, I believe, for Vancouver, which has lost 7 of its last 9. So that's not a good scenario. They're going through a tough moment, and they played a strong game because I think really they were hard. We were having a hard time keeping up with them, but we managed to stay within. That just shows you stay within range, keep your head together, and then the right breaks, you can pull it off. We played well enough, so good team effort. And Lincoln made 19 saves. All right, first start with Lane Hudson, goal and 2 assists for a +1. Great game for Lane Hudson. 25 minutes and 19 seconds he was on the ice. Nick Suzuki, goal and 2 assists, -1, 23:01. He had a great game. Jay Miller, what can I say? That guy was incredible for them. 2 goals, 2 assists, +3. That was just phenomenal. He easily could have been the first star with the way he played. Okay, so we go to scoring summary. 107. Cole Caulfield gets a beautiful feed off the boards. Like I say, this is when Slab does what he's supposed to be doing. And if he would just look at the film, I think he'd be so much more successful to get this through his head how he has to play. And he did play a little better tonight. Even in the defensive zone, he was a little better. So you see signs of improvement. Still got some ways to come. And Suzuki had assisted him on that because, yeah, there was one play on Slab where he fell down on one of the goals, and I think it was the first goal, and lost his edge. That wasn't too impressive. That one was kind of on him and Gooley. But however, they were responsible. I thought Carrier had a little bit of a hard time tonight, but either way, he's definitely an improvement on what they had. All right, so at 10:47, JT Miller scores again, and Niels Hoglander and Quinn Hughes, of course, um, assist on it. So they go after the first 2-1, and then start 3:21 into the second period. Miller back at it, assisted by Lackermacki and Tyler Myers. And then at 3:41, Lackermacki gets one assisted by Bowser and JT Miller. And then, thankfully, 10:35, Caden Gooley gets one assist by Carrier and Yoel Armia. Beautiful shot by Gooley from the point area. Wonderful job. So that got us within 1. Um, Unbelievable how that went. That was at the end of the second. So that gave us a chance. Then it was 2:01. Didn't take us long. Power play. Nice to see this, and good to see Kirby Doc showing, just starting to, like I say, starting to show some positive signs of how to use his body in front of the net. And he did use it, and what a goal there. He got in front of the net, picking up the puck in a little bit of a spin and putting it fooling the goaltender, and it just rolled between the legs of the goaltender and in. But take it either way you get it. Lane Hudson assisted that, assisted by Suzuki on the power play. And then at 6:54, Lane Hudson scores unassisted. Beautiful goal. Like I said, he was looking for a pass to Heineman, I believe. And on its way, it just hit the defenseman and went in. Just shows you direct pucks at the front of the net, anything can happen. So that was good to see. Then Jake DeBrusk scores to tie the game on. Unfortunately, we had the lead uh, 4-3 at that point, and very easily probably could have hung on, but bad timing for a penalty for Cole Caulfield. And at 8:51, we get Jake DeBrusk scoring, assisted by Miller again, and Hughes on the power play, making us pay for that one. But we got into overtime, and they took a dumb penalty, and great to see because we took advantage of it. Um, who was it that took that penalty? I think it was Hoglander. Yeah, he's going to take heat for that one too. So yeah, Suzuki gets it on that 4-on-3 in overtime due to their penalty, and we had to take advantage of that power play, or otherwise that usually turns against you. Nick Suzuki buries it, it's by Lane Hudson, and Cole Caulfield setting up the play on the power play. So he kind of makes up for that bit of an error of taking that penalty. So good on them. They pull out the win. What a great resilience they showed and coming back, sticking together as a team, and it was a team victory. Like I said, it wasn't. No, Sam was very mediocre. This was the team in front of him that won that game um, very soundly because there was nothing sharp about Sam Montembeau. Okay, now we get into the stats. 24-20 in the shots on goal for Montreal. Very low shooting in this one. Hits were 39-30 for Vancouver. They were hitting a lot too. Face-offs won 27-19 for Montreal. Power plays 1 for 3 for Vancouver. 2 for 4 for Montreal. Really positive for the special teams. Penalty minutes 8-6 for Vancouver. Almost equal. Giveaways 16 apiece. Takeaways 4-3 for Vancouver. And block shots, Vancouver did a much better job than us. 17-9. We fell to 9. I don't like that because we're usually better in that department. But anyway, so that was your game. Good solid game by the Habs. Great resilience shown by the youngsters. Totally impressed. Like I say, good to see them start, again, working with Slav. He had his moments where he made a few mistakes as well, but he had some brighter points tonight. But when they seen a couple of the mistakes, then they decide to ease him out of the game a bit and let Evans come in his place a little bit. And I have no problem with that until he gets to where he needs to be totally. But he did show some positive signs. Not totally there yet, that's for sure. But there were some. I seen him finally play a little bit of defense, and some good hitting. That fourth line again, Heineman. Wow, what a workhorse! And Evans and Armia. That line is just doing it all. That is by far their best line, just hands down. It's work, 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 work. Never give up, and usually sends a message for the Habs. So good on the Habs. They came out of this 5-4 victorious. I don't know who we have next on the agenda. I'm going to check that because this will be my last taping until I get back from my vacation. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do my reviews until I get back, unfortunately. However, I will be back at it when I return on the 16th. So who does Montreal have next? That's really odd. Capitals were in Washington. We haven't done well against them this year. But if they can play the way they're playing, we should have a better outcome. And then we back-to-back Stars in Montreal. That's going to be a rough game. So we'll see how that goes. That's a tough schedule. And then, so those are your two games coming up. We'll go from there. And I'll try to review some of those games when I get back, and might do a couple of them at a time for each tape. But anyway, that's it for that. Great again. Good to see Doc's positive signs. Gooley was exceptional. Matheson had a good, solid game. Hudson played well. He took some shots there tonight too, though, where I almost wish somebody. Although, and Struble had a good game. Jack, I had a great game, and Jack, I seemed to adjust to the right side better than Struble. You noticed them switch them. It seemed like Jack, I handled the right better. But good, solid. The defense. I thought actually for tonight, honestly, I thought Carrier had more problems than anybody tonight. However, he gives you 110, and he still makes, even though he had some bad spots, he works through it, and you get some good out of him. So that's a big positive because we didn't have that before with the previous defenseman with Barron. So that experience has been a blessing in disguise. Just a little bit of a rough outing tonight for him, but he did do some good things as well, thankfully. But again, Monty didn't impress me whatsoever. Um, Hopefully, you know, they'll figure to go maybe with Dobish next game. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. Go Habs, go! Excited with the win. I mean, we're now in a playoff spot from the looks of it, in a wild card spot. If we get some luck and Ottawa loses their couple of games in hand, we're right in there. And Boston even has to be careful. We're not far off of them. So things are getting interesting. They are in the mix now, which is it's really shocking for me to say that. I'm finding it hard to believe I'm even saying that, but at this moment, they're putting themselves in the mix, and it's surprising. I don't know what's going on with Lonnie. If that's still the flu, but it's lingering on. Would have been nice to have him. I didn't think we'd be out without him. I didn't think we'd be without Savard, so there must be something going on there a little bit. I don't know if he's got an injury. I think he may. But anyway, it is what it is. Go Habs, go! Very pleased with the outcome and the way they've been playing in last month. So go, and they're starting off January very well. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the likes. Tell your friends and family about it. And those coming across, subscribe and hit the likes. Muchly would appreciate that. You'd be assisting me as we try to grow this channel. So that's the way I seen this game tonight. It was a very big positive. Like I say, for a large amount, I thought they outplayed us just a bit, but we hung on and we stayed in it. And that was the thing. And that was just showing um, a lot of composure and being patient. And it worked out in the end. So I think this was really a significant and win for the Habs. Well done as a team. And if they can do that, that's great. Now we just need Slavkovsky to. He had some positive signs. He still made a few mistakes, no doubt about it. But there were some positives, no doubt. He's a great setup man if he just gets those legs moving, keep that stick down. But I think they got to show this guy what he's doing and what he should be doing, and use some examples of players like Matthew Nyes. If they showed him film on Matthew Nyes of how you can be effective playing with two really good line mates. So with that being said, great game. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. Remember, you've seen it here first at Center Heist Productions. And again, have a happy new year. Happy 2025. I wish all my followers and Habs fans the best, and hockey fans that you have a blessed year. And again, I said you'll have to bear with me. I'll be away for just over a week. So having a family vacation, and yeah, we'll go from there, and I'll make up and catch up on the taping. So bear with me. Just know that for until the 16th, I'll be returning. We'll catch you then, and I won't have access to filming. So we'll catch you then. Hang in, go Habs, go. Let's hope they shock us. God bless.